Hey yo, what is up, testies? Some new and interesting information about food and drink in Star Citizen. Now, we don't have much information on this officially yet. This comes from the patch notes 3.8.1H and I, and it is data mined. Let me pull up for you right over there. Now, in your live folder, there'll be a .p4k file. These are pack files. Usually, you can unzip them with 7-zip, and this was written there. The string of text was written in plain text for all to see, so not really hidden. It's in the files, and we get a little bit of insight into what the devs are thinking about the food and drink mechanics in Star Citizen. Before I go any further, I want you to write below what your opinions are about food and drink in, well, is this a survival game, I guess? It's more of a simulation, but what are your feelings towards food and drink? And I can give you some examples. Now, I'm mixed on this. There was a game I played a while ago called Scum, and I think Scum had a very interesting take on food and nutrition as a whole. Whereas if you needed vitamin C, in particularly vitamin C, and it says these are your levels of your whatever minerals you need, you actually have to go get fruit and eat it. Otherwise you get scurvy or whatever it is. It shows you also in Scum where your bladder is full and you have to relieve yourself, and when your bowels are full and you have to actually evacuate your bowels. Same in Ark, I believe. In another game which I've been playing recently, Fallout 76, lack of proper food affects your stamina. It's called action points there. Where will Star Citizen fall on the scale of extreme to, just eat once in a while? I don't know where they want to go. Personally, I like the food and eating mechanics in early gameplay. In later gameplay, towards end game of any game, I find kind of the eating mechanics to be more of a hindrance. I'm curious to see where this goes, and I hope it doesn't go too extreme in either way. I mean, I don't mind having to drink some water in the morning and you're good for the rest of the day in the game. I don't want it to be a hindrance where you actually have to be carrying water and food with you wherever you go. Let's read through what the notes say here, and while I'm reading through, you can post your comments below about your experience in other games about food and drink and where you think Star Citizen should go with it. So to begin with, this is very much a work in progress. The dev said so themselves. He posted down in this thread below, and this was posted by 244958 on Reddit. Thank you for this. Again, these are in the pack files in your live folder for all to see. So, food. How does food work? And let me read this to you. We all, I guess this is kind of the law, right? We all lead busy lives, yada, yada, yada. Thankfully, by using the NDR and HEI ratings, you will be able to take care of your body. Great. What is NDR? NDR is Nutritional Density Rating. What is HEI? It is the Hydration Efficiency Index. So, the NDR, devised by Empire Health Services to help people eat healthier, the nutritional density... okay, anyway, it basically, a food will have an NDR rating on it. And nutrients per 100 calories, the breadth and diversity of nutrients contained, and the nutritional bioavailability. Without reading any further, we can guess that the higher the NDR score, the better the food item is. So a candy bar will not be as good as a steak. What if you mix the two together in some sort of chocolate-covered steak? We'll look into that. Hydration Efficiency Index, originally created by a team of nutritionists at the University of Jalan, great university. I used to date a girl who went there. To compare the effects of beverage choice on hydration levels during the space long-haul flights, the Hydration Efficiency Index, HEI, has since been adapted by the Empire Health Services as a standard measure by which various drink selections can be compared. So I can guess that a bottle of filtered water will be the most hydration you can drink. Maybe there'll be something more. But they say here that a standard filtration system has a baseline score of 80. So maybe a Gatorade will be 90 or 95. But essentially a bottled water, filtrated bottled water is 80. Will something like a beer or wine be less than that? Possibly. Let's read a bit further. Dietary effects. In addition to the baseline scores, many foods and drinks have been additionally labeled with keywords to provide extra information about the potential effects that an item will have on your health. Take a look at the list below for some common effects and what they mean. Okay, interesting. So if you eat something which is hypertrophic, it provides additional blood flow and nutrients to key muscle groups to make them perform optimally. So let's think about this in a way that maybe you are focusing on melee as attack, or you're going to a boxing match or some PvP with melee. You want a food which is very hypertrophic and it's going to make you stronger in your melee. That makes sense. On the opposite end of that spectrum, there's atrophic foods, which will restrict blood flow negatively, affecting the muscles, making the task seem harder. So running or carrying a box or any kind of melee will not be as good if you eat something which is considered atrophic. I'm guessing that sometimes you won't have a choice, and the only food around will be something which has negative repercussions to eating it, perhaps. Energizing provides a boost of energy, obviously, allows you to be active for longer, so think candy bars. Fatiguing has a draining effect, causing lethargy and sense of exhaustion. I'm going to guess some drugs or maybe alcohol, that while it may take care of your hydration needs, the HEI, will have negative aspects and it will fatigue you faster. So that's kind of the balance I suspect they're going for. Cognitive boosting encourages brain function, allowing for additional focus, performing complicated tasks. Perhaps this will tie in with scanning. If you are an explorer and you need to read your scan results, maybe you scan better if you take a certain drug which boosts your cognitive boosting. But on the opposite end of that, there's cognitive impairing, which does the opposite and makes it worse. So again, maybe there's a drug which improves your melee, but then impairs your cognitive skills, so you can't really scan better. I'm trying to think what it is in the game that would require a lot of cognitive in-game thinking. Hypometabolic, digest slowly, make you satisfied for longer. All right, so a good steak will keep you full for longer, as opposed to hypermetabolic, which digests quickly, but you'll be hungry sooner. So a candy bar. You find a candy bar or some pop. You drink some pop, you have a quick boost of energy, but that'll dissipate quicker as opposed to eating a good steak. Hydrating helps your body absorb water, allowing you to satisfy thirst for longer. So very likely drinking filtered, bottled water or a Gatorade, if it's in the game, will take care of your thirst for longer, as opposed to drinking a beer, which will just get peed out, I'm guessing. Dehydrating, causing your body to lose water, making you thirstier. Some drugs, and definitely alcohol, I think will have a dehydrating effect. So what I'm thinking they're going for is there'll be pros and cons to things you eat and drink. If you like drinking a lot of beer, it may boost your... Well, no, it won't boost cognitively. But definitely I'm thinking that they are aiming for some kind of pros and cons towards most foods. Healing provides vital nutrients, have a body repair itself. Very important. So if you're injured, there'll be, I guess, a certain rate of healing your body does itself. Eating certain foods will improve that. And toxic are detrimental and will do the opposite. Immune boosting helps your body stay healthy when exposed to harmful elements, maybe like cold, for example. Immune suppressing weakens your body. What can I eat? Energy bars will have a rating of 93. It is very energizing. Makes perfect sense. A bottle of water will have a hydration index of 80. Obviously, it's a bottle of water. It's very good. Sourced from carefully selected water-rich asteroids. All right, makes sense. Chocolate bars, not really mentioned much about there. Golden Medmon has a nutritional density rating of 74, and it is energizing. Okay. So I think we see where they're going with this. Again, keep in mind, this is very much work in progress, as the dev himself did log on here. That is Koaku, who is a live designer, and said, thanks for getting reference, work in progress, italicized strings, meaning it is nowhere near completion or finished. So that is what has come out from the datamined files on food so far. It is not much, but I think it gives us a bit of insight into how the system and the mechanic will work. Give me your thoughts right now on how you feel food and drink should work in the game. My personal feeling is early game, I don't mind it at all. But towards end game, I kind of feel it kind of gets in the way and it's more of a chore as opposed to an exciting mechanic. That's where I stand on the topic. Obviously, I'll wait to see what they come up with before forming more of an opinion. But let me know your thoughts below. As always, if you enjoy this content, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.